Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Hits him on the out route. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Hockenson reels it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Back to the air, McCarthy. That's into the hands of Moore. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Hockenson. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Working quickly here. Mason has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters because while every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this is a huge loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
He has the first over the middle, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, Penix. Throw reeled in by London. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Vacates quickly left side. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third down, it's Penix. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Kate in that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, here's Penix. He finds him beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. All set up now for 1st and 10. And again, it's Penix. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself, and they do get home that side.
After the sack, another pass on second down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Throwing on third and long. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running back sent in motion. Trying for it with Penix. Getting out to his left. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Able to find Hawkinson. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Riker there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. From the gun, it's... Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! But it looked like the Falcons swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They're going for this. Throw caught by his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He sends this one to the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. It's his running back. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Hutchinson reels it in. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the...
Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And the Falcons make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
2nd and 3 now. Penix now. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. So they offer the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's going to go out of bounds up past the 15.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
He puts everything behind this one. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Penix on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's intercepted by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to him on 2nd and goal. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Reichert on for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. Got a man, it's London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And again, it's Penix. He's got it near the 10. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. second and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They are throwing it again. And the defender comes away with it. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. 30. Gets the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Okay, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened. What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Now that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix looking to pass. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Trying for it with Penix. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Penix now on 1st down. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They kick the running back in motion. 4th down, here's Penix. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. This, our last play of the quarter. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Falcons football, but here in the 4th, that lead might be too much to overcome. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. That's brought in by Mooney. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing Penix. brother. It's another interception. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Mason there to haul it in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 4. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Working quickly here. Back to the air, McCarthy. Flush out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
McCarthy to throw for it. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Dukes out a one-stop, and they'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep running away with this. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pitts brings it in. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That one's complete to London. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. Penix on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix finds his target, Robinson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Falcons trying to do some window dressing. On 1st down, here's Penix. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The give here on second. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. One after try good by Riker. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. Here's Riker set to kick this away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. If you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the set. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they pick him off again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd.